Holy smokes, you guys. This is the worst lighting I think I've ever had. I was going to try to do this live. Yeah, this is better. I was going to try to do this live while also like working on dishes. And my kids are awake. So I don't know what's going to happen, you guys. I don't know what's going to happen. But I have never, no, I can't say I have never. Hi, Rachel. It has been a long time since I have felt this kind of excitement and enthusiasm and energy in my business. And to be clear, I always kind of feel a little excited about my business. But lately, it's like this breath of life has like entered me, and I have to like tell you guys. Okay, so the title of this live is, can we just forget about the goals? Can we just forget about the goals for a second and enjoy the ride? All right, and I'm gonna get to that point in a second, but I'm gonna back it up and I'm gonna kind of give a background real quick, like guys, hang with me here, to maybe why I'm feeling this way. Because here's the deal. It's not like some magical change happened in my business over the last week. I went to Utah. Utah was wonderful. Utah was kind of like life-giving. It was great. But I told you guys that I finished reading Girl Wash Your Face, the book by Rachel Hollis. And there's a chapter in there, and I've already done a live talking about this chapter that basically is about the lie we tell ourselves, I should be further along right now. And she kind of breaks down that lie and why it's a lie, and that no, like there's growth, there's purpose to every part of our lives that we live through. There's purpose in it, there's growth in it. And I, in turn, took that and focused that on my business and realized, you know what, there is good here. So nothing has actually changed in my business. Okay, aside from two things, my mindset shifted, and I actually did work. I mean, not that I always do the work, but I did like heavy lifting work. I did parties. I put myself out there, and I upped my own personal PRS. And when I did that, guys, look, I look like these dark circles under my eyes are legit right now, you guys. I need my trio. I need to sell my last trio to earn my robe. But here's the deal. Every place that we're in our business is required. It's part of the ride. It's part of the journey. And I'm tired of getting hung up on goals. And that probably sounds like blasphemy, because for almost 4 years now, I have preached goals. I have preached goal setting. I have preached eye on the prize, doing the work for the things, blah, 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 blah. And I think that goals are valuable. I think that goals have a place. I think that having a destination that you want to get to counts. I think that matters, okay? But I think that we put these finish lines on stuff, and I think that we get so obsessed with the goal that we can't see the forest for the trees, okay? We can't see the forest through the trees. I don't know what that saying is supposed to be, y'all. But we miss it. We miss it. And I guess the big realization that I've had over the last week is that this business, it's not about the goal, it's about the journey. It's about the journey. It's about the process of getting there. Okay, because along the way to whatever your end goal is, along the way to whatever your end game for your business is, if you're participating in it, and I don't mean participating, like, please hear me, and the reason why I'm explaining this is because I don't want there to be any misunderstanding. When I say if you're participating in it, I don't just mean doing the work of sharing the makeup and talking about the opportunity. I mean participating in it. I mean paying attention to it. I mean your heart is in it, and you're doing the personal development, and you're learning things from other people, and you have an open mind, and you're kind of receiving, and you're taking in positivity, and maybe you were previously kind of a negative Nancy kind of person, and maybe you're allowing it to change you. If you're participating in this, okay, it's about the journey to getting where you want to go. It's about who you become. It's about, like, I can't speak for any other human, right? I've seen changes. I've seen people transform, and it's been really beautiful, but those are their stories, not mine. So I don't get to tell their stories necessarily. But I can say for myself, it's about the journey. You know, I'm glad that I don't maintain Black status every month. I'm glad for that. You want to know why? it keeps me humble. It keeps me humble. Okay, if everywhere we're supposed to be in this business is for a reason, is for growth, then we start looking. If we believe that, then we start looking for the meaning. We start looking for the growth. Instead of dwelling on what's not happening or being disgruntled or being frustrated or being pissed off at whatever or wanting to throw up our hands and quit, we start to look for the meaning. And when we look for the meaning, we find value, and we can always have a sense of peace about where we are because we're no longer frustrated by it. And that's everything. You can turn it on its head, guys. And so I think about me not maintaining Black status, and while that's been a discouraging point for me over the past 2 years. Okay, it sure has. But you know what? I started to think about it over the last week, and I started to realize, oh my gosh, it's okay. It's truly okay. I'm not ashamed of it. I've earned it multiple times, which means that, hey man, that's me. That's who I am. I am a Black status presenter, and just because I haven't maintained it, that's okay. Because you know what? It's gonna keep me humble. No matter what level of success I achieve, and guys, I'm going to continue to achieve, and I'm going to continue to promote, and we are going to continue to move forward. Team Courage is not done yet. We're not done yet. Okay, but me being in this place of having to strive and having to struggle and having to think and having to grow and having to work on myself and having to deal with disappointment, do you know what that's done for me? It means that no matter what level I reach, I will always have this season in my tool belt. Do you know what I'm saying? I will always have this period of time where I will know, okay? And it's humbling. And I'm so thankful for it. And so what I'm telling you is, when we get hung up on goals, we get frustrated when we don't meet them. We get discouraged when we don't meet them. We start to get really down on ourselves. We start to get really down on the business. We start to blame corporate, blame our sponsor, blame our team. We start to blame everybody. And it doesn't do any good. None of that is beneficial. When we get hung up on the goals, if we fall short of that goal, it's soul crushing. Okay? And that's a problem. That's a problem, because that means that sets up this big pivotal goal as I have to reach XYZ. And if we fall short of that, man, we feel like a failure. And what I'm here to tell you is no. What if it's not about the end goal? What if it's not about reaching yellow or pink or blue or green or orange or purple or black 1, 2, 3? What if it's not about that stuff? What if it's about becoming a person who can endure trials, who can endure disappointment, who can grow through disappointment, who can grow through struggle, who can become a better person, a better leader, a better parent, a better human being that exists in the world? Okay, somebody who can be successful under any circumstance because they know what it means to struggle and strive. And so I'm not saying to not set a goal. Shoot, I have goals. I'm not saying to not set the goal. I'm saying to loosen your grip on the goal. Loosen your grip on the goal a little bit. Okay, because it's not really about that. It is and it isn't. We want to achieve things. That's great. Absolutely. I want to achieve things too. But when you're here for the ride, you can literally have joy in all circumstances. You can literally have joy in all circumstances when you're here for the ride rather than the goal. Okay, I'm here for the ride. I'm here for the experience. I am here to and to learn and to get better. And I want when I fall short of my goals, I want to learn through that. I don't want to feel like a crushing disappointment or a failure. I want to learn. And so if I loosen my grip on, I want to have a goal. If I loosen my grip on that and I just enjoy the ride, guys, it's so much better. It's so much better. Literally in this last week, I've literally been like, maybe we just hang out. Maybe I don't requalify black this month. Maybe I don't requalify black this year. Maybe I don't earn black status retreat. Maybe none of that happens. And I'm going to be okay with that now. Because it's not about, that will come. That will come. That's a thing. It'll come. In the meantime, I want to have fun. I want to love what I'm doing. I want to love my team. I want to hang out with you guys. I want to see you guys grow and you guys get better and you guys stay encouraged. And the thing is when we're so hardcore focused on the goal, we don't stay encouraged. When you're so hardcore focused on the goal, you don't stay encouraged, because if you fall short of the goal, it's like a knife to your heart. And I know that because I've been there. Okay, so if you loosen that grip on the goal, you no longer have to have a knife through your heart when you fall short. You don't have to have a knife through the heart when you fall short. You can enjoy the ride, okay? Because the ride is good. The ride is fun. And I'm not going to stop being like, woo, who's going for pink, who's going for, because those are things. Goals are fine. Hear me. I'm not saying that you shouldn't have goals, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't aim to continue progressing forward. What I am saying is make the goal less of a big deal in your head. Appreciate the ride, because this business is a long game. And I think that's really hitting me, because it'll be 4 years this summer that I'm like, 4 years. Guys, I have officially been doing my business as long as I was a teacher. I was only a teacher for 4 years, okay, before we moved and you know, all the things. So I've officially been doing this as long as I did my job before this. And there is no end in sight. So settle in, man. Get comfy. Get comfy. Get to know your sideline sisters. Encourage each other. Lift each other up. Don't get so bogged down in, oh, I'm falling short. Do your best. It's a lot easier to show up for something when you're having a good time. It is a lot easier to show up for something when you're having a good time. And if all you care about is the end goal, then you're not having a good time all the time, because you're not always going to meet your end goal. I'm going to say it. You're not always going to meet your end goal. You are not always going to achieve what you want to achieve in a given month. And that sounds really negative. That sounds, because I'm the opposite, right? I'm the one that's like, believe and you can do it. Okay, and that's true. And I do think that. But I also think realistically that sometimes we don't. Sometimes we don't. And if we're going to be in this for a long haul, we have to learn how to steel ourselves against perpetual discouragement and perpetual disappointment. It's about the ride, friends, and it's good. This is the best. When I tell you guys that this business is one of the best things I have ever done in my life, I am not exaggerating. And I am not speaking as somebody who doesn't have experience, because I do. Okay. I have grown just as much in these 4 years. I have learned just as much in these. I have literally... There's something transformative when you put your heart into this business and you really love what you're doing and you're really enjoying it and you're stretching yourself and you're stretching your comfort zone. And man, I have faced some things so far in the last 4 years that have really tried me as a person, that I've been like, I don't know if this is worth it. Literally, the very beginning of this month, I was feeling so discouraged about my business that I said to Chris, man, what if I just quit? I'm not quitting, you guys. I wouldn't actually quit, but I did. I said that out loud to Chris. I was like, well, what am I going to do? Quit? And the answer is obviously no, I'm not going to quit. I mean, like, it was a hypothetical conversation, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like a real, like, this is what I'm planning on doing. It was more of a, like, but I was discouraged at the beginning of this month. And now I'm finishing it at the end of the month, like, this is the best business ever! Okay? And nothing has changed. It's not like I magically hit black status this month. No. It's just I realized that there is growth in every piece of this business. It's not just about hitting the goals. It's not just about achieving the big dream. And when we get married to our goals and we put them on a timeline and we give ourselves this finish line or this hypothetical deadline, we miss the point. You miss the point when you give yourself this finish line, this deadline. That's not what this business is about. This business is about becoming somebody. It's about, like, here's the deal. You might have shown up to this business as a great person, a smart person, an accomplished person, and that's great. I can appreciate that. I did too. But you're not done. You're not done growing. You're not done learning. You're not done becoming a better person. You're not done becoming a leader. You're not done becoming just a better human being. We're never done. And this business is literally like... Do you hear this? Do you hear this over there right now? Hey! Babies! Benjamin, please give Matthew one of whatever you have. Guys. Come here, Matt. Come here. Hi. Okay, thank you. You have poop. We're going to have to take care of that in a second. But I know better than to do it on a live because one time I stepped in poop on a live. I'm not going to do that today. Oh, Kate! Yes! Welcome, friend! I just talked to Carissa this morning. That woman is tough as nails. She, like, not tough as nails as in mean, but I mean, like, she's like a strong woman. I, like, love her. She is a strong woman, y'all. Okay, can I set you down now? No. Okay. So, hey, we're going to finish this live with Matt. Cool? Welcome to summertime, you guys. Welcome to summertime. Obviously, I lost my point. Hi, Corey. Obviously, I lost my point. But the title of this live, what if it's not about the goals? It's about the ride. I haven't been this excited about my business in a long time. And it's not because something magical has changed. It's because I've really decided to embrace where I'm at. Stop fighting where you're at. Let's not touch the eggshells. Stop fighting where you're at and embrace it. Lean into wherever you're at. Stop fighting it when you're falling short of a goal. Stop fighting it when you're not hitting a goal. I'm not saying not to learn and not to do better and not to get better and not to aim to promote. Like, that's all great. But sometimes and this is on my own doing, guys. This is my own doing. Like, when I start, there's goals. We hit goals. We aim for the goals, blah, blah, blah. Have a plan. And I agree with all those things that I've said before, but also I agree with this. Set the goal, but loosen your grip on it. Because if you have you ever been in the ocean? If you've ever been in the ocean when there's been a strong surf, okay, and it's like a little kid in the ocean, less so an adult, but even sometimes adults, and you're like in the surf, okay, and there's waves, and they're just like slapping you down because they're coming one after another, and you're like trying to get up, but it keeps like knocking you down. Do you know what I'm talking about? Anybody been in the ocean? That's a thing, guys. That's a thing. Not hitting your goals can feel like that. It can feel like you're being nailed down by a wave over and over and over and over again, and you just want to give up. You just want to give up, okay? Especially if you're fighting it, okay? So we cling to these goals like they're life. We cling to these goals like they're the end-all, be-all of everything. Instead of saying, I fell short of that goal, it's okay. It's okay. I need to continue growing myself. I need to continue growing my team. I need to continue growing my network. It's literally growth is everything, and it's not just one area of growth. It's all of it. And it starts with inside you. It starts with you as a person. Okay, I don't care how good of person you are. I don't care how strong you are in your faith. I don't care how smart you are. I don't care how many degrees you have. I don't care what your freaking background is. There is room to grow into the person who becomes successful at a business like this. There's room, and it's not even just about becoming a person who's successful. It's just growth. That's what this business gives you. That's the ride, guys. That's the ride. So if you come into this and you're prideful and you're like, well, I already have my college degree. I have some advanced degrees. Maybe you have a PhD. Maybe you have a master's. Maybe you have an MD or a DO or a PharmD, or maybe you're a vet, and there are some vets on this team, like lots of them. I'm not just talking about you, Emily, if you watch this later. Maybe you have all those things. That's nice. That's nice, and that's great. That's not going to carry you here. That means nothing here. Okay? It means nothing here. And if you come into this business with an ego, like, I'm here, I'm going to be successful because I've been successful previously in the past, it ain't going to work. And then you're going to get frustrated because you're going to be so stuck on the goal that you're not going to be willing to grow yourself, and you're going to fall off. Okay? Same thing. Maybe You're very strong in your faith. Maybe you're just a really well-respected, good human being. If you come into this like, I'm here, I'm a good person, I'm like really strong in my faith, whatever that happens to be, I'm all done with that aspect of it. I'm here, I'm going to be successful because, nope, you're not. Because you're going to set a goal and you're going to be like, of course I'm going to hit it. Because I have all these other things. And of course, no. Guys, that lighting is so bad. No. This business doesn't care. This business needs you to grow, no matter how much you've already grown prior to this. Okay? If you're married to the goal, if you're tied to the goal, if you put a finish line on your goal and you don't hit it, it's going to discourage you. And then you're going to be beaten down by that wave of discouragement over and over and over and over and over again until you freaking decide to stand up and lean into it. Okay? You know, one of the ways to get through the waves in the ocean is to dive into the wave. To dive into the wave and swim through it. That's how you get on the other side. So, if you're being beat down by discouragement because you're not hitting a goal, that's when a lot of people want to quit or they want to back away from their business because, I just need to take a break. None of that's the answer, because here's the deal. Let's say my ocean analogy, which I'm really loving right now. Let's say you're like, I'm tired of being beaten down by this wave. I'm going to walk away now. You're going to walk away and you're still here. And your goal's still over there on the other side of those waves. So walking away from it, that doesn't get you any closer to where you want to go at all. Do you feel me? You didn't get closer to it. You got yourself out of that discouragement. I can't get hurt if I don't have a goal. I can't get hurt if I'm not actively working my business. I can't get discouraged if I'm not actively in it. That's nice and that's safe, but it doesn't get you where you want to go. It doesn't get you where you want to go. Right? So the goal is like out there, and you can't be so married to it that you let yourself get beat down by discouragement. You have to enjoy the process and enjoy the ride. So the other option besides walking away, let's say you're being slammed down by those waves, right? The waves are discouragement because you keep falling short of that goal. You keep falling short of whatever it is you've decided in your head. Okay? I'm going to hit pink and then you don't hit pink. I'm going to hit pink and then you don't hit pink. I'm going to hit pink and then you don't hit pink. Right? Okay? So then you're getting slammed down and you're like, this is too hard and it hurts and there's salt water in my face and in my mouth and it's disgusting and I hate it. So you back away. That's one option, but it moves you further and further away from where you want to go. Or you're getting slammed down by that discouragement. You're not hitting pink. You're not hitting pink. You're like, screw it, man. And you jump into the freaking wave. You jump into the discouragement and you embrace it. You accept it. You say, hey, man, this is part of the ride. I don't know what the purpose is right now, but I know there's something that I'm going to get from this. There's something I'm going to learn from it. This is part of the journey. This is part of the process. I might not be hitting pink right now. I'm going to hit pink one day, and you jump in. And you dive into the wave, and you swim freaking through it. And then you come up on the other side, and it's calm, and it's good, and it's easy, and it feels good. And guys, you want to know where I'm at right now? I'm on the other side of the waves. Okay, I've been slammed down by that discouragement for months. For months, probably over a year. I mean, comes and goes, okay? Comes and goes. And this month, I finally decided to lean into it. This month, I finally decided, it's cool. I'm here. I'll be here. I swear, I leaned in to that discouragement, y'all. And just instead of fighting it, instead of hating it, instead of being miserable in it, I said, there's a point to this. There's a point to this season. There's a point to this not hitting things that I want to hit. There's a point to this. There is something to be gained here. There is value here, and I can grow from this. And instead of fighting it, and instead of constantly letting myself live in discouragement, I'm going to embrace it. I'm going to embrace it. I'm going to dive into that sucker. I'm going to dive into that sucker, and I'm just going to let it be, and I'm going to swim through it. And now I'm up on the other side of the waves. And if you've ever been in the ocean and you've gotten past the waves, okay, you realize it's actually really calm on the other side of the waves. It's actually really calm. unless there's a storm, which is a whole other analogy, right, for another day. It's actually really calm. And now I can work my business with the kind of joy that I want to work my business. I can lead you guys. I can show up for you guys in the way that I want to, because I no longer have to be freaking chained to discouragement if I'm not hitting a goal. I hear you. I hear you. Are you good? Do you want down? Oh, here's the other car. Can I put you down? Okay. I apparently can't put him down. I'm sweating, you guys. I'm actually sweating right now from holding him and moving around. Anyway, I'm going to be done because I'm talking in circles. Loosen your grip on the goal. It will do wonders for you. Settle in. Get comfortable. Set your goals. Have a goal. Have something you're aiming for. Have a place that you want to be. Have something you want to accomplish. Absolutely. But stop putting a finish line on it. The first time I ever heard somebody say that, it didn't sit right with me. I was like, well, no. If you don't put a timeline on it, then you'll never work for it. That's not true. I realize now that's not true. But you will steel yourself and make yourself able to ride through anything. You can ride through any storm. You can ride through anything. If you decide that you're gonna look for value in the journey, you're gonna look for growth in the journey, you're gonna look for growth when you fall short of goals. Instead of being discouraged by falling short, you're going to stay encouraged and say, okay, hey, what next? How am I gonna handle this, right? Anyway, that's what I got. I'm sweating profusely. I never actually did anything I was gonna do during this live, which was clean out my French press full of coffee. So I'm gonna do that now. Love you guys. Have an awesome day. I'll probably be live later, maybe. Depends on what my kids let me do. But I hope you guys have an awesome day. Bye.